than 10 years now, I think. And no matter how many times I do it, I never get tired of looking out over that sea of still, frozen faces. And I know you're thinking, oh no. We have the writer from hell. She is going to drone at us until the end of time. They are going to find us here in the next century. Skeletons stuck to these chairs with strands of velvet, dead of boredom in the hour that never ended. And the thought of your pain and suffering makes me happy.
I am not a nice person. You need to keep this in mind. This is how this time together works. I babble at you briefly, and then you get to ask questions. You may ask anything you like. You may ask personal questions about my spouse creature.
Right over here.
Come. We all have dads or granddads or boyfriends or uncles or cousins. We've all seen those things first thing in the morning with the hair and the hair and the hair. The scratching, the noises. Let's not even discuss the smells. That isn't a creature, I don't know what is. You may ask about the animals that have entered our home or that I have brought home from city parks, or anything else about our personal life. You may ask about publishing. I've worked in a literary agent's assistant, as a literary agent's assistant. I've been a part-time magazine editor for 2 magazines. I read manuscripts for Silhouette Romances and for the literary agency I worked for. I have sold short stories and articles to various publications. In the 80s, I was the head writer for a company that did original radio comedy and drama, which means not only did I write and direct my own programming for the company to produce, but it was my job to sit down with anyone who had a shred of an idea and beg, wheedle, cajole, bribe, threaten, co-write, rewrite, whatever it took to get a working manuscript out of that person. So not only did I get product for the company, but I learned an awful lot of ways to deal with common writing problems. Let's see, I have written, I always lose track at this point, starting in 1983, and had published 27 novels.
I think so, yeah.
Plus, I co-edited an anthology of short stories called Young Warriors and a collection of my own short stories. And together with my spouse creature, Tim Levy, we wrote, we wrote a 6-episode arc for Marvel Comics
called White Tiger, A Hero's Compulsion, which is still available as a graphic novel. Also because Tim was a consumer electronics writer for about 15 years, writing product reviews, how-to articles for computer and video magazines. He was also, which meant a lot of, honey, will you stop a minute and take a look at this? Your eye for green is better than mine. I'm working, sweetie. No, come on, your eye for color, come on, your eye for color is better than mine. Look at this. How long will this take? Only a minute. Half an hour later, okay. Yeah, thanks, honey. He was also the editor for a happily short-lived, from my standpoint, computer game magazine, which in the great unwritten law of marital sharing means I was the unpaid copywriter and copy editor of that magazine. Not that I'm bitter. I also don't work for free anymore. So if you have a question about getting published, if I don't know the entire answer, hopefully I will be able to point you to where you can find the rest of it. I'm not really up to date on electronic publication and self-publication, but I may know something.